I'm here. Sorry. Sorry. Let me make this bigger because I have a tiny little window and I can't see anyone. Sorry, y'all. My lighting is going to be terrible. We had a little mini crisis just now.
Oh no.
Um, the kid that I was worried about going to sleep went to sleep great, and the other one did not. So, God.
Naturally.
Okay, let me get this situated here. Whew, I'm trying to get back into like real life. We've had a long weekend. We had a 5 day, my husband had a 5 day weekend. So we went on a getaway to nature to do nothing. I wanted a trip that would wear the kids out while we relaxed, and that is exactly what it did. So it was great. We did a lot of nothing and fishing and just enjoying the outdoors, and we roasted all the things over the fire, and it was just so great and needed. So I hope all of you had a great weekend. I keep forgetting what day it even is. It's Monday and it feels like Sunday. So it is Monday, right? It's Monday. Right. Well, thank y'all for being on here so late. I just have to be safe when I plan these calls because my daughter has been in sleep regression and we just have to make sure we plan accordingly. So, um, we have some exciting things for y'all tonight. I'm excited for Michelle to talk to y'all. I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell y'all a little bit about her. Between the two of us, we have, what did I say, 19 years?
18 years. Like, shut up.
It's so crazy. So we have a lot to share. We've worked our businesses through a lot of different seasons, and I'm really excited for y'all to hear like all the seasons she has worked through and been successful. I will say if us two can do it with the cards we've been dealt over the years, anybody can do it. So, um, I'm gonna let her start. If, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Morgan McGee. I'm your superstar director. I have been a Scentsy consultant for 11 years now. That blows my mind every time I say that. 10 years sounded crazy. 11 is like, whoa, that's like going on 30. But let me pull the chat up too. If you're new to Zoom, you can use the chat, and I would encourage you to use the chat, especially if you have questions along the way. Just ask, and I'll watch it while she's training, and then while I'm talking, she can watch it. And we'll do our best to answer everyone on here. And then I think that's I think that's everything I was gonna say. Yeah. Okay. Let me spotlight her for y'all. This will be recorded and put on my YouTube channel also, as long as Michelle doesn't mind. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, there we go.
No, that's totally fine. Okay. Hi, y'all. I'm Michelle D'Amico. 8 years as a Scentsy consultant. That's freaking wild. And then Morgan put out that we have 19 years. And I was like, Morgan, stop. How is that even? Like, that's a mind-blowing number of years between us. And it's like a mind-blowing, like, to think about the things that have happened in both of our lives and in Scentsy, like as a company, the things that have happened in the past 11 years, but 9 years or 19 years across the both of us, like is wild. Um, so I started in 2017 when, let's see, my husband and I had just moved to upstate New York. He is in the Navy. He actually just celebrated his 15th Navy birthday yesterday. Yes. So 15 years in the Navy for him. We have a little girl, Audrey. She's 6 years old now. So she was born into this. Um, so I have done this business now in 3 states, upstate New York. Then we moved to Virginia, and now we are in South Carolina, where I'm working my business now. Um, did this as a married couple, did this as with a new baby, with a rough toddler and preschooler, and with who continues to be a rough school aged girl. She's freaking sassy. She's got ADHD. Um, we both probably have ADHD. My husband and I probably do too, but we're not diagnosed. But yeah, we've seen a lot. So I come to you with a few things. Morgan asked me what I wanted to talk about, and I was like, girl, I honestly don't know. But then I just sat and thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I can probably come up with like some tough love kind of things that people probably need to hear. And she was like, yes, game. So I'm sorry. I'm going to be looking like down here at my phone, at my notes. And I'm also not going to be looking at the chat because I'm going to get distracted. I'm going to get squirrely. Um, but I'm happy to answer everything after. Um, and I do also sound like crap because I've been sick for a week. I'm finally getting over it, but I'm still recovering. So I'm going to be like sipping on my tea and sucking on my cough drop. So please excuse that. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Number one, hot take thing, and some of y'all are, a lot of y'all are probably not gonna like this one, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it needs to be said. Um, Stop copy and pasting posts. And I'm friends with like a lot of y'all, and I'm friends with like a lot of Scentsy consultants. So I know I especially see it like my feed is just the same post over and over and over again. And I know that's unique. And I know a lot of like customers are not going to have that same kind of experience. But this is the reason you need to stop copy and pasting posts. Number one, even changing like a few words from it, it's still plagiarizing, and that's still gross and nasty. We don't want to plagiarize off of people. Um, it's not even in your own voice, and people can tell. People can tell when you have copied and pasted something and it doesn't sound like you. Um, Also, if too many people are posting the same post with the same pictures, it's going to get flagged as spam, and the social media apps are not going to let people see it. They will flag it as spam, and it will not get shown at all. So, um, absolutely use the ideas. Absolutely use ChatGPT to help you out. Use the director posts, use the specials, use the Facebook groups. The like, there's like a sample posts ideas group or something like that in here on Facebook. Um, Use those ideas, but change the post so that it sounds like you, and so you don't get flagged as spam, so people will actually see your post. Um, Another thing, number two, Scentsy is not your whole personality. So don't make your feed look like it's just Scentsy. Um, people people don't care about seeing Scentsy, they care about seeing you. They can go to Scentsy.com and buy Scentsy if they want to. They can go to Walmart and get fragrance things if they want to. Um, they're going to choose you to buy from because of what you have to say and the way you say it. They care about your life, your experiences, your whatever you have to say. And I don't even start with the I don't have anything to say because I'm going to get to that in a second. Um, People are buying you first. They're not buying Scentsy. Next thing is going back to that I don't have anything to say. Um, you have things to talk about. You have experiences to share that are unique. And you have a voice that is unique to share those things. Stop shaking your head at me. Stop saying, but I'm just a stay-at-home mom and I don't go anywhere. Or I'm childless and I don't have kids and I don't have anything to talk about, and no one on the internet wants to talk about a childless person. None of those things are true. You are not just anything. You have experiences, and your life has value to talk about. I promise you it does. I promise you there is a corner of the internet to share literally everything. And I mean everything. Um, I'm gonna plug someone that I absolutely love to follow. I think she posted them on the No Shame Sales Game account on Instagram. It's from Colleen Nichols. She is also experienced in network marketing, and she's now built a business of like coaching digital entrepreneurs, which we all are. Um, but she did a whole series about sharing businesses that are like confidently sharing their business online and being like, if this person can sell this thing on the internet, and I'm not going to go into super detail because it's not like it's like gross stuff, but just go find them. Jewelry made from materials that you probably wouldn't want jewelry made from. Morgan, I see your face. Whatever you're thinking, probably. Yeah. Probably. Um, but she shares like these people are making content, posting this is their business. And she's like, if these people can sell this product and actually sell it and they're like making money off of it, you can talk about your business too. So I'm going to plug her, give her a follow that series. It was a while back, so you're going to have to scroll through to find it. Um, you have something to say. And it's also, even if what you have to say, you feel like it's already been said, yeah, that's probably true. But again, your voice and the way you're going to tell it is what's going to sell to people. Um, no shame sales game on Instagram. Yeah, Morgan's got it. Jackie Richards is also amazing. I should have turned off the little preview things because I said I wasn't going to look at the chat. And I'm seeing a little preview at the bottom and I'm going to get distracted. Yes, Jackie Richards is also incredible. She and Colleen are actually really good friends. Um, oh, I was saying there's like a million other pages that talk about the same thing. You're right. We can also talk about how many brands of bread are on the bread aisle. We can talk about how many people are making freaking makeup and skincare these days, or protein these days. How many companies are out there doing these things? And they are all selling because of the way their brand talks about their product and their life. Okay. Next thing, if you want to um work your business on social media and make content, which I highly recommend you giving it a try and actually doing. Um, it's like super scary to do it, and it's like, what do I even post about? How do I even post it? Think about the content that you're consuming. You're scrolling on Facebook, you're scrolling on Instagram, hopefully not too much, because we got better things to do than that, but I know we all are. Think about what you're consuming and create that in your own way. What you're already enjoying is what you are going to enjoy creating as well. And that's really the important thing about um, creating content on social media is having fun with it and enjoying it. Because if you try to um, make it super polished or try to make it super trendy or super pretty, it's not going to land like at all. Because that goes back to people want to hear you and your personality and fall in love with you. Next, search bars are your friend. Search bars are literally everywhere. We have Google, Facebook, Instagram, all the things, TikTok, all have search bars. Your PWS and your workstation have search bars. Use them. Not knowing how to do something is not an excuse for not doing it. You can very easily figure out how to do whatever you're trying to do. I don't know how to make a reel. I don't know how to do this little special thing on my stories. I don't know how to make a certain sample. I don't know how to make something on Canva. I don't, whatever it is, not knowing how to do it is not an excuse for not doing it. Use your search bars. And asking for the answer is not always the answer. Like just throwing up on a group saying, hey, what is this thing? Or hey, how do I find this? Yes, there's times to do that and there's ways to do that. But doing that for everything is not the vibe. You're an independent fragrance consultant. It's really, really important. And it's actually really easy to figure it out yourself. Um, no, whatever you're trying to do, you're not going to be great at it the first time. It's not going to be pretty the first time. And that's fine. I'm going to talk about that kind of here in a second too. Um, some Scentsy specific resources to really, really look at that I highly encourage you using. The training center is phenomenal. Y'all don't even realize how good the training center is on our workstation. So, literally, the workstation, the training tab on the side. All of the weekly trainings that they do, yes, Scentsy does trainings every single Tuesday on Zoom. Various topics. They post the topics like at least a month in advance so you can see what they're talking about and sign up for it and register for it. Um, and then they post them usually same day. If they're having issues with it, it'll be up by the Thursday of that week. Um, and they've also been cleaning up the training center too. So, like, very, very old trainings that maybe don't apply or aren't as up to date because strategies and systems are changing like very rapidly these days. Um, they've cleaned it up very nicely. The resources and PDFs that are on there are top notch. I talked about the weekly trainings. If you have not done a Spark session yet, you got to do a Spark session too. They're not like the Tuesday trainings. They're more like a collaborative training. It's part like actual training, but it's part like, okay, let's share some ideas. How would we do this? How do you do this in your business? Again, they have loads of different topics that they do. They have loads of scheduling options available too, like throughout the day, almost every single day of the week, including the weekends, including late at night. So if you have a crazy schedule that you need to work around, like you can never make it to the Tuesday trainings, I think they're at like 11 or 12 o'clock Eastern time. Spark sessions, spark sessions, spark sessions, spark sessions, spark sessions. That's so hard to say, even when you're not sick. That's so hard to say. And then the Scentsy consultants, it used to be Scentsy family consultants. I think it's like Scentsy fragrance consultants, I think is what they changed it to. Facebook page, incredible. They put additional resources on there. The social media tips that they've been putting on there are so good. Different reel ideas, taking reels that people have posted and being like, hey, this is how you can make it even better.
Can I pop in too real quick and say, yes, I agree. Their social media game is like,
is
if there's ever a day that you just don't know what to share, grab one of Scentssy's reels and share it
yes,
and slap your link on it. I share anytime I have them like first on my follow list so that when they share a reel, I can just share it to my story and add my link to that product. I did that with the Gilmore Girls. Like I did
yeah,
it with everything because their reels are
they're
professional
so good.
and they're like relatable. Like they're not salesy. They're like they make people want to buy the stuff. So
Like
anyway,
the
yeah.
marketing team in general, like all of our marketing materials are just so much better. Not that they weren't ever amazing, they've always been amazing. But we went through a phase of they were very polished, very catalog-y, which is fine. That's great. That's beautiful. But for use on social media, we want to feel more like real life imagery, and the closer to real life imaging that they've been doing for our marketing is so good. And the reels they've been making, like set up in what seem like real spaces, have been so freaking good. That's all I have for that one. Um, since we're talking really heavily on social media, just a few ideas um around social media. Your views, your follower count being viral, it's all a load of crap. It's all garbage. It means nothing. Um, the points are made up, or what is it? The rules are made up and the points don't matter. Does anyone remember whose line is it anyway? Um,
Why was that the best show ever?
it was the best show
I used to
ever.
stay up till like 4 a.m. watching that.
um, but seriously, like having a huge following, I mean, that's going to be all well and good. But if you don't have people actually like watching your stuff and engaging with your stuff, liking it, commenting, sharing it, whatever, saving it, um, those bajillion followers are not going to mean anything. Making connections with people and engagement are what you want on social media, not those like vanity metrics of views and follower counts. Um, we talk about consistency a lot, but doing something a few times or for like a week or even for a month and then dropping it is not consistency. You must do something over a long period of time. And you're like, Michelle, well, what's a long period of time? I'm going to go ahead and tell you 90 days minimum is like a really good gauge. Facebook algorithm is horrible. All of the algorithms are horrible. And honestly, like algorithm, it's always changing the way they're doing things, the way they're calculating things, the way they're pushing things out. I'll be so honest. I used to follow, oh, what's his name? Brock Johnson and like a few other like Instagram gurus. I used to follow a few and I was like, you know what? They're all either saying different things or they're saying one thing one day and then something else the next day. I'm like, forget it. I'm not going to pay attention to the rules. Um, and for me, it's been so much more fun. Like being on social media and making content on social media, it's been so much more fun. And I think I've been a little bit more successful on there. I'm not saying I have like a bajillion followers and I'm not saying I have a bajillion views, but it's been way more fun, at least when I just said F the rules and forget the algorithm and just don't even think about all that. Put something out there because it's all zero if you don't post anything or if you just make something and then save it in a draft. If it's not posted, it's not doing you any good. Um, but yeah, so decide I'm going to try something. I am going to post 5 times a week, and 3 of them are going to be a reel. Do that for 90 days and then go back and say, okay, what worked from that? What didn't work from that? What do I need to change? Was that too much for me? Was that too stressful to try to do 5 posts, 3 of them being reels every single week? Was that too much? Was it not enough? Do it for 90 days straight and then adjust. Um, I kind of said earlier, but quality comes with practice. You are going to suck the first several times you do something, anything, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's posting on social media, whether it's making reels, whether it's um, Canva, whether it's making samples, whether it's whatever you're trying to do, you're going to suck at it for a little while. You're not going to get better at it until you keep doing it, though. And that's something I tell my daughter a lot. My poor little perfectionist is already at 6 years old and has been for several years now already, like stuck in the she can't figure out how to do something or she doesn't do something as well as she wants to. And it's like, honey, this is literally the first time you're trying to do it. Of course, you weren't going to be able to do it the first time.
Why
And
do I
we need
feel
to
like that's
remember
an
that.
ADHD thing?
Yeah, I think
Because
so
I'm
too.
the same way, and so is my son. Like,
Yeah.
what is that? Well, I'm not anymore. I think I've almost recovered from that. But my son's the same way, and he's ADHD too.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. um, but like really, because I mean, think back, like even to when our babies were learning how to walk. They didn't just get up and start walking, most of them. I know there's like anomalies out there that do, but the same is true for us through the rest of our whole lives. None of us just got up and started running. So we're not going to make a super pretty canvas something the first time we try to do it. We're not going to make a reel that just pops off and does super well and gets lots of engagement the first time we do it. You have to suck in order to be really good at something. And I think I had one more. I have to open my phone back up. Um, oh, a couple more thoughts, bonus thoughts. Do what you do well. Do not sit here and try to be a jack of all trades. And I say this from like personal first, like 2, 3 years of my business experience. I was in all of the Facebook groups. I was in the sample groups. I was in the flyer groups. I was in the fundraising groups, in the consultant whiff box group before Scentsy was making the whiff box. If you didn't know, consultants were actually doing that, and a lot of them still do, but consultants were actually doing mystery boxes like way before Scentsy picked up on that. Um, I was in that group. I was probably in every Scentsy Facebook group you can find and trying to do all of these things for the first like 2, 3 years of my business. And did I do any of them well? Absolutely not. Did any of them work? Were any of them successful? Absolutely not, because I was trying to do all of the things and I did none of them well. Pick the things, couple things that you do very well and do them well. Don't feel like you have to do or promote everything. Even Scentsy's catalog, you do not have to promote every single product that Scentsy offers. Do I ever talk about room sprays? Mm-mm. Do I honestly, do I ever talk about scent circles? No, I don't use them. I don't like them. So I am not going to be able to speak personally and have any love for those things. So I just don't talk about them. And that's okay, because I have people that love laundry. I have people that love Scentsy Fresh. I have people that love their warmers and wax. I have people that love their air products and pods. I have people that love the whiff box. I have people that love getting their Scentsy Club subscriptions. Guess what? Because those are all the things that I love. And those are all the things that I can speak about well. That's not to say I don't tell people when I don't like something either. I will share all kinds of scents. I will share all kinds of things. And I will be upfront and say, "Ooh, I did not like that scent." But I know some people out here that will.
Just have
Coffee
your
scents?
kids sniff it and they'll tell them the truth. They'll
Well,
be
no,
like, that
Audrey's not
smells
very good at it,
terrible.
because if it's anything blue, it smells like a blueberry. If it's yellow, it smells like either a banana or a lemon. She's still in that, like,
How
no,
old is
she's
she now?
not
You said
trustworthy at all.
6?
She's 6.
Okay, yeah. That is like the age that my son was like, it smells like rotten broccoli or like sour broccoli. And I'm like, that doesn't even
Literally nothing like it.
exist.
Yeah. Yeah. She does the same thing.
Okay, maybe wait till they're
Um,
like a little older.
yeah. Um, but like coffee scents, pineapple scents, I don't like them. Coconut scents, most of them, I don't like them. And so if I'm doing like a sniff session live or anything like that, or on my stories sniffing stuff, I will be like, this one's not for me. But I know some of you that love coffee scents are going to love this one because it smells like coffee. And I still have people eat it up. So, I think that
And
was all I
that's
got.
what creates trust. That's why her followers trust her. That's why her
Exactly.
customers trust her. Because if you are not being honest, nobody's going to buy anything from you. But like you have to be honest in the good ways and the other
And
ways.
the back.
Like you can't just say, oh, everything smells amazing. Like, no, everybody
Right.
doesn't love everything. But her saying that is saying, like, she's not just saying this smells terrible, don't buy it.
No.
She's saying I don't like this.
Yeah.
She's being honest about it and saying, but if you like this, then you would love it. Like I do the same thing because there's some that are just terrible to me, but then like people will club it and I'm like, okay,
Yes.
whatever.
Like some of these super bakery, like scent of the months that we get, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
And I
And
feel like people get so caught up in that, like overthinking things like that, that like with
yes.
the warmer of the month subscription, for example, they're like, I hate this warmer, I'm not getting it. And I'm like, but that's not the point of getting
Right.
it. The point of getting it is to show it to the people who will like it and then like sell it to them from your stock because you don't want it.
Right. Okay. I think that was all I had.
Okay. I was trying to not barge in the middle of
No,
your
you were
training. I
so
was making
good.
notes so that I could go back and bounce off of everything. But some of you, it may bother you that I'm going to go back and talk about the same things and not like at the same time she was, but I didn't want to continue interrupting her the whole time. Let me find myself here. Where's my There's me. Okay. I apologize again about the lighting. Every single lighting tool I have right now is dead because I forgot to charge them all. Because I've been on vacation and I wasn't thinking about creating content, which was amazing. Love creating content. It's like my favorite thing ever. But my brain needed a break, y'all. Like Michelle said, I am totally like you don't have to diagnose me to know I'm ADHD. My son too. Um, it's just all the things are there and like my whole life makes sense now once I figured that out. Um, but it's funny how much me and Michelle have in common with just the way we think and the way we do things and our life situations. But I didn't really go like into detail on I think I just told y'all how long I'd been with Scentsy, but the situations that I've worked my business through is crazy. Like when I joined, it was 11 years ago. It's 2014. First of all, there was no resources. There was no training. There was no social media. Like I had zero following, knew nobody. I could count on like two hands how many people I knew. Um, there wasn't like social media was not, there wasn't even a live button yet. Okay. Like people weren't even sharing videos hardly ever. Um, oh, and by the way, talking on this topic, I just bumped a video in our Magnificent Superstars team page. That was the first video I ever uploaded, not a live, because this was before live was a thing. My first video that I uploaded to I think it was to my VIP group, and it is so hilarious to me to watch because of how far I have come. I was like so scared to record this video. Like I felt so dumb talking to a screen, just talking away to a screen. Um, I literally hated the way I looked on camera. I was like picking everything apart. Hated the way I sounded on camera, like all the things that if you're new to this that you're gonna probably do. And it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. You are your worst critic. You're going to be the only one picking yourself apart. You're going to like, I could look at myself right now and find things to pick apart about myself, but you probably don't see any of it. So when you're having those self-confidence things, just know, like, just post the thing and share it. Nobody is going to see the same things you see. They're going to see the positives. You're going to have some of the people that aren't, but that's really not going to happen until you have like a huge following where you start getting like trolls and people that need Jesus. Okay. They need Jesus. So we're just going to pray for them and we're just going to keep doing our thing because we're going to be successful. Um, but I bumped that video because I think I posted it like 4 years ago or something, talking about how far I had come. And now it's been another 4 years. So I had to bump that to show y'all because it's so funny to me. I was sitting in our house in Colorado in my little tiny Scentsy office that had like nothing in it. I had like a tiny little, which is funny. I work out of an RV now, but it was just like my new thing that I was doing. And I was so young. I was like 22, 30. How old am I? I think I'm 33. Y'all, I don't even know how old I am. I'm 32 or 33. My husband's 34, so I guess I'm 33. Yeah, I'm 33. But I've come so far and it's like Michelle, my son was born into this, so was my daughter. My son is 8. He was born into this, and then my 2-year-old was born into this, and that's just all they know. Um, but like I want to tell y'all the situations I've worked my business through too. So started out as an army wife and we lived in Colorado, 24 hours from home, knew nobody at all. I fresh out of college, I moved there. I was a dental hygienist. Sorry, I'm like fresh out of college as a dental hygienist. I moved there, had to find a job. Um, and I was like a year into dental hygiene when I accidentally found Scentsy. We had dogs. We have a German Shepherd and a lab, but at that time we had our lab, our German Shepherd. I think we had two other German Shepherds. I don't know. We had a lot of dogs at one point. And I like did dog sitting and stuff on the side. Like I was a dog sitter. I made cakes on the side. Like I tried to do all these things on the side that I enjoyed, but it never like clicked. Um, and I wanted an alternative to candles. to help with the safety aspect with having dogs that are crazy and like just wild. So accidentally came across Scentsy and I ended up buying it off of a yard sale page, which was totally out of compliance, I think, for this girl to be selling it, but I bought it and that's how I found it. And I bought it like that because I couldn't afford it. Went to college, graduated, which was just as hard as nursing school. It was hard. Dental hygiene was hard. Went into a new career field. My husband was a leader in the army, and we were still broke. We still needed some extra money. We didn't have kids yet. Okay. So, since he fell into my lap and I ran with it, but we, when he got out of the army, we went on the road trucking. He owned a trucking company. I went over the road with him, us and the dogs. I traveled with him. I worked Cincy then. I did parties. I did Facebook parties, on the road. And then we moved like, y'all, I don't even know how many times at this point. I've lost count of how many times we've moved. Probably at least 9 times we've moved over the last 11 years. Now we're in an RV. Yeah, military is overrated with the pay. But we live in an RV now full time. We travel full time. My husband's job travels full time. So it's a lot like the army where they go somewhere, they have a project to do. When it's done, they send us somewhere else. We don't really have any say in where we go. We just make the best out of it and have all the adventures. But that's why I have been able to help support our family because of Scentsy. And you can take it anywhere you go. Any way you need to work it, you can work it. If you need to change things, you can change things. We've had to evolve over the last 11 years big time. Like started out just doing a lot of like in person and like posting flyers in parties on Facebook back years ago. That's just how it was, and it's not now. Now people want to see you, and Michelle talked about that. People want to see you, they want to see your life, they want to see who you are. They don't care about, she was saying they can go on Scentsy.com and buy Scentsy. They can go to Walmart, whatever, but like they're buying into you and they may not even know what Scentsy is yet. And that's the whole point. You want them to buy into you so much and trust you so much that they're going to buy anything you share that you love, whether it's Scentsy, whether it's supplements, whether it is something your kids like. I can sell anybody that follows me anything because they trust me. So if I have an affiliate link and I share it, they're going to buy that if they're interested in that product because I shared it. It doesn't matter if it's Scentsy and you want Scentsy to not look any different than those other things you're sharing. You want it all to look the same. You don't want it to look like you're pushing Scentsy over everything else. You don't want it to look like you're salesy with Scentsy, but you're not with this other stuff because you don't sell it. Like, I'm looking at my favorite health and wellness products on my counter over there that came in while I was gone. Already shared those in my stories. My favorite nails, already shared those in my stories because I got both while I was gone. I didn't get a Scentsy shipment while I was gone. But tomorrow I'm going to need to change all my wax and get the RV smelling good again because we're back here, stable in a single place again. I'm going to get it smelling good. I'm going to share that. And you're going to want to share most of that stuff in your stories. When you're sharing on your timeline, you're going to want to share more of like your life, what you're doing, what you're loving, who you are as a person. Um, there's tons of, if you need to sit down and write a list of like the things you love and the things like your hobbies and the things you enjoy, then do that. What makes you special? Sit down and write it down if you don't know. Like you really need to reflect on that. If you don't know who you are, that's a problem in itself. And you really, if you've lost yourself, that is something you need to really sit down and figure out before you even start trying to share all this stuff on social media. It needs to flow naturally. Like if you love something, share it. Like you're talking to your best friend about it. Pretend like there's nobody else on the other side of the screen if you need to and just share it. I have had to hit the share button so many times because I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this. But if I don't, you just never know. And the amount of new customers and new team members and just like it's literal, it's magical how things can happen when you don't even think it will happen. You could share one story slide in your Instagram stories out of the 20 that day, and that one could bring you a new consultant who is like a mom who is in the trenches and needs this business so bad. to just like be herself again and have something for herself. And then she could turn into a top leader later on that makes you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Like you just do not know. And I have goosebumps saying this because it's so true. Like this stuff has happened. Um, so the tiniest little things can turn into the biggest things. The tiniest little seeds planted can turn into the biggest fruit. Like it's amazing when you've lived it out and you've seen this happen over and over. It's like do the thing because you just never know. But yeah, on the Scentsy isn't your whole personality thing. I love, and she said this too about like what you consume is what you're going to enjoy creating. I love watching like people be productive and like clean and just like I love watching like morning routines that are just like so calming. Like they're just so calming for me. Um and anything productive I love to watch. So what do I love to record? I love to record being productive. And it motivates me to be even more productive because I know that I'm videoing it and other people are going to like they're relying on that motivation. Because people love to watch my productive videos too. So it kind of holds you accountable. But the thing about stuff like that is you can sprinkle Scentsy in organically to all of that because if I'm doing a cleaning video or like a reset video, I'm going to be changing my warmers and I don't have to say, this is whatever, this is this warmer, this is this scent. Like, no, people are going to ask because they're going to be curious. They're going to be like, where do you get your warmers? I can't tell y'all how many TikToks I've uploaded of me just like changing the warmers and cleaning stuff in the RV. And people are like, where did you get all your warmers? And I'm like, well, actually, let me send you the link. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I sell Scentsy and da 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 da. Like, just send them the link. Um, no different than anything else. Where if they said, what protein powder is that? Oh, I love this protein powder. Here's the link. It goes to another website. No different. You're going to want to obviously further that conversation with them and like talk to them about Scentsy Club, talk to them about affiliate links, all that. I do that every time somebody messages me on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. TikTok is crazy for me because I never TikToked, never consumed it, never did anything with it until let's see. I guess I started it last fall because we bought the RV last fall. And all I did was share a video every day, even if it was like so simple. Um, like some of the simplest videos on there that I have just posted and thought this is going to do nothing have got the most views and have brought me the most like conversations in my inbox. It's crazy. Again, you never know. Um, but with TikTok, I shared every single day, just at least one video a day. And my followers went over 4,000 in like a few months. So it grew fast. And so now what I started doing was I was sharing like a lot of RV stuff because that was our life at that time. It was like all RV, everything. Like we had a new RV and like here's a tip and here's this. And it was valuable. And it gained me all those followers. And now those same people are following me and they're seeing what I use for making my RV smell good. They're seeing things I use with the pods in here that don't spill. They're seeing they're seeing my cleaning wipes. I'm trying to look around and see what all I use. I share those a lot because I use them all the time. My cleaning wipes, my bathroom cleaner, my counter clean, just my laundry. I do literally will do a video of me doing my laundry, y'all. People watch this stuff, okay? They love it. And you can just be doing your laundry. And that's it. And they're going to ask you questions. What is that? What, like I'll be like getting clothes out of my dryer and like smelling them and it smells so good. And they're going to be like, why are you sniffing that and like rolling your eyes? Is it that serious? Why does it smell so good? What is this? I need it. So when they trust you and they love watching you, they're going to ask the questions. You can still you can share the info in it too if you want to. I just do stuff super super casually. Thank you, Rebecca. That's sweet. I just record what I'm doing for the most part. Like just record your life. You're already living, so just record what you're doing. And I have the best tool. If any of you need it, it's a suction. You have to have a MagSafe case with the magnet, but it's a suction thingy that, where is it? I lose it all the time because I suction it to record content and then I leave it there and I forget where I left it. I think I actually put it where it goes. Hold on. This. I've shared this with a few of my friends and they have been like, that is the coolest thing ever. It's you can slap this on any flat surface and it will suction to it. Like it probably suction to my forehead if it weren't so oily. See? But it suctions to anything and it sticks right to your phone. So like if I'm cleaning, I can pop it up, let it go. I don't have to like press a button, just pop it on there and it does not fall. It's like super, super sturdy. So, that's how I can record so much content and it doesn't like take a bunch of time away where you're like trying to set up tripods, light rings, and all this crazy stuff. You don't need any of that. Just this, okay? Best thing ever. And it was like not that expensive. If y'all want a link to it, I'll have to send it to you because I don't think I got it on Amazon, but you can get similar ones. But it extends, collapses. It's been the best thing ever for recording stuff. But I share that because that makes it anything you can do to be efficient is going to help you be more consistent. Like Michelle was talking about, if you're not going to be consistent, it's kind of pointless. Um, like you can't just post a video and then like go MIA and come back a week later and post another video because Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and none of those like that because they're going to push out the people who are actually working. Um, so be consistent with that. Figure out who you are. Be consistent with sharing. Watch my videos if you need ideas, like as far as like obviously you're not me, but you can see how I like sprinkle Scentsy into my videos and sprinkle Scentsy into my post. And another super important thing with sharing content is lifestyle content related back to your job, related back to how Scentsy is like enhancing your life. So I can't think, look at one of my recent reels and I'll just give you an example. This. It's literally my kids playing outside and it says the sweetest work view there ever was. And that's the video. That's the video. It's so simple. I put some sweet music to it that was trending. Try to use trending sounds when you can. And it got 1.2K video views. So and it got some shares and it got some comments like what I put on there was like how grateful I am and how well we did last month and stuff like that. And then I hashtagged like work from home, work from anywhere, stay at home mom, because I want to hashtag stay at home mom because I want to target stay at home moms who need extra income. Um, Side hustles, side hustle ideas, like stuff like that. You got to really think about your hashtags. You don't want to share stuff that makes no sense. You want to share stuff that people looking for what you're doing are going to search for. So, like, you don't want to necessarily hashtag entrepreneur because nobody is searching entrepreneur if they want to be one. Like if they're a stay-at-home mom, like does that make sense? That may not make sense. Um, I do a lot of day in the life stuff, like just like day in the life little vlogs, because I'm literally already, especially on the days that I'm just like slammed, I'll just record what I'm doing because I don't have time to do anything else that day, or I don't have time to edit or whatever. And I'll just edit the next day when I have time. Or I will record all day long, and that will give me like 3 or 4 reels. So I have so much content in my drafts that I still have to edit. That's probably like 3 reels. And then I recorded today when we got here and set our RV back up. I recorded that. So like I have a lot of content to edit now so that I'm not filming every single day like a YouTuber that's full-time vlogger kind of thing. Just I don't know, I'm just spitting out random stuff. So hopefully it helps. What else was I gonna say? Oh, back on the little topic of like sprinkling in Scentsy. Okay, so the key thing is your reels are going to be your main way of gaining followers. That's going to be your main networking tool if you're using social media, which if you're not, you're crazy. I'm sorry. It's free. You have unlimited reach to the whole world. Um, and that's just where we're at now. Like social selling is where we're at with everything. So, um, and there's crazy statistics if you look it up. I don't even know the numbers because my brain can't hold that kind of information. But like people who get on and buy things on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, whatever, um, the percentage of people that are buying things on social media is just wild. It used to just be to get on, to scroll, to talk to people, to post whatever. Like now it is big on buying stuff. Um, so if they can see value in your content, that's important. So, okay, let me get back to what I was saying. Reels are going to be your main way of gaining new followers. So you're going to be targeting an audience. You're going to be targeting certain people that you want to come follow you so that they can become customers or team members. That's what the main point of your reels are. Posts as well. Today I shared a post about a tip for moms. Okay. So stuff like that that is valuable, that is shareable or savable. You want people to need to save your video, like maybe it's a recipe, maybe it's a tip. You want them to want to share it. So maybe it's a tip that they want to share with their friends, stuff like that. Maybe it's a workout that they want to save and do. Um, those are very important if you can nail that down. Your stories are where you want to sell. You also want to share your life in there, though. You want it to be like a little mini vlog of your life, like a little bit, a little bit about you, but you also want to do your selling in there. That's where you're going to see influencers selling. It's just where you sell. You don't want your page to be a storefront, if that makes sense. But your stories is different. Um, so you get the followers in by sharing the lifestyle content, why you love your life so much, why you have the flexibility you have, why this, why that, what you love, who you are, all that stuff. That's how you get the followers in. And then you share the things you want to sell to them in your stories. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, go to my page, go to my Instagram, my Facebook, or my TikTok. Don't go to my TikTok because I don't share a lot of my stories over there. Go to my Facebook or my Instagram and you'll see what I mean, how I share things. It's a healthy mix in my stories of right now, it's not anything Scentsy hardly. It's like all we've been on a trip, but from here on out, it'll be back to normal. It's like 80-20, kind of 80%, 20% kind of thing, if you will. 80% lifestyle, 20% selling things. But again, a lot of the selling things can go into your lifestyle. Like I got my favorite supplements today. I unboxed those. That was like something I did today. But then in the next slide, you could post a picture of those with a link if you want. Um, use the link feature. Use that link feature. Like it's great. It's great. Okay. You covered that. You were talking about resources available to you. Y'all, if you don't take advantage of the resources Scentsy provides, you are insane. Like I said, we had no resources back in the day. I mean, we even had pretty crappy resources when Michelle joined. I'm not gonna lie, like they still weren't that good even in 17. That was when I promoted to SSD, to Superstar Director. I remember that year very well. But like y'all, please, please, please take advantage because it really blows my mind how many resources there are now. Like you have to try to not be successful, I feel like. Or you have to be like so in your way in your own head that you just hold yourself back and don't let yourself be successful and you like paralyze yourself from overthinking or from being the opposite of self-confident. I can't even think of the word. Whatever the word is. um you're either trying to be unsuccessful or you are letting you're getting in your head too much. And overthinking and perfectionism and all the things I used to struggle with that I don't anymore. Thank you, Jesus, because I have gotten through that, but it took a lot of work. Um, just post. Just post. Don't worry about if it's perfect. Don't worry about if something's spelled wrong. If there's a word spelled wrong on the screen, people are going to comment and correct you and they're going to boost your algorithm anyway. So just post it. Okay? It doesn't need to be perfect. Sorry, consistency is the key, like she said. Every single day, you should be doing something to make you money. And you've got to keep it simple. Again, like she said, those products she was talking about that she sells the most of, I also sell the most of, and it's because they're the ones I focus on. They're the ones I use the most. Um, if you and when I had dogs, when we had the dog line, when Scentsy had the dog line, I sold so much dog stuff because I used it because people know I have two dogs that are like my babies, and I use them all the time. So I shared it all the time. Whatever you're naturally using, just share it and it will sell because that's part of you. And they will start to buy anything you want to sell them, whether it's Scentsy or not, whether it's your favorite company you have an affiliate link with, whatever. Um, Pick a few things, share them consistently. You can't be consistent when you're trying to do too many things anyway. It's impossible. So if you have 3 things you're doing, you can be consistent with that. If you have 30 things you're trying to do, consistency is not going to happen. So that's the best tip I have there. But do y'all have any questions before we hop off here at this late hour? I appreciate all of you who came, and I appreciate Michelle for coming because it was 10 p.m. when we started this for her. Bless her soul.
It is so far past my bedtime right now.
And I had to have caffeine at like 4 p.m. to even survive this. But I am well rested because we did just have a trip. So I actually feel rested for the first time in a hot minute. Because I got a nursing 2-year-old and who just got her last second molars in, and it was just, whoo, y'all, it's been rough. Oh, thank you for linking that. Perfect. That's the best thing. And you can take it in the car. You can pop it on anything. I pop it on like outside. I'll pop it on the outside of the RV to record stuff outside. I'll pop it on the little electricity box out there to video. I've suctioned it to the dumpster before. All right, I think everybody's asleep, so ain't nobody got no questions. I love y'all. I'm gonna record this. I mean, it is recorded. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. It'll probably be tomorrow, but y'all can share it out with whoever you want to. Doesn't matter if they're on our team, doesn't matter. All the people, share it with all the people. Um, I think that's everything I have. But I hope y'all learned something. I kind of just piggybacked off of Michelle because everything she shared was great. I just wanted to kind of bounce off some of the things she said, but I hope that something resonated with you. I hope that you have something to take with you to start implementing. Just, I guess, mainly from this, remember, be you, share you every single day, and people are going to come. But you got to know your target audience. You got to know what you love and who you are, and that's basically going to bring you your target audience. So yeah, be you, love you, share it, don't overthink it, just post. Yes. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let us know what you take from this and what you implement and what success you have. And of course, if you need anything else, if you need any more guidance, you need any more tips, let us know. Um, and we'll be glad to help you. So we will see y'all next time. Bye.